But yeah, man, we can keep it pushing. This next fight gives us a plenty to talk about because these judges' scorecards were all over the place once again.
This fight breaks my brain.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. So we'll get to this was like flyweight fight. I mean, strawweight fight
Strawweight.
number 97 on this
There was
card.
there were yeah, like what, three,
Three,
four strawweight?
I think yeah, three out of the
Three.
nine. 3 out of the 9.
Yeah,
43% of the fights were strawweight winning
that's
this fight.
yeah, 6 out of 18 fighters are strawweights. That's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So we have Ashley Yoder plus 135 underdog versus Miranda Granger minus 160 favorite, as you can tell, fighting at strawweight 115. And so now this will be fun. Let's go round and round, classic Beefy Boys style. Round one, who you got?
Okay, so I wrote wild scramble position that finds Yoder on the bottom, and then she kind of reversed the position and got to this like weird like triangle, but like Granger defended it by getting her legs over Yoder's body, so like they had each other in this like leg body lock thing that was super weird. That's like even hard for me to describe. I scored it 10-9 to Granger.
10-9 Granger. Okay, so I actually gave it to Yoder. But I literally said, like, mainly just because of, like, some grappling, and it was really close. I wrote close in all caps. Like, definition of a toss-up round to me. I'm definitely not dying on the hill of Yoder in that. But just in the moment, watching live, I gave it to Yoder. Like I said, but, yeah, just proves how close it was.
How'd you score the second round?
Even less confidently, but still.
Yeah.
Yoder. I literally wrote Yoder ? All caps close. Like, once
I
again, like,
I scored the second for Yoder. I was on that side of the fence with you on that one.
but still a toss up.
Super close.
Our coin
Super.
hasn't on her twice in a row, but
I wrote second round was a total toss up to me. I think I'm leaning toward Yoder. That was literally what I wrote.
I want to make a distinction between this fight and then the McKenna-Hansen fight. The McKenna-Hansen fight was even because it was like close. Both were doing good. I want to say this fight.
This was impossible to score because
the opposite, the lack of activity, right?
Yeah, and it wasn't like there was a lot of damage being done.
No damage.
It was just a lot of like position battle that was the weirdest scramble positions I've seen in a long time in a fight.
It was like
so it's hard to score scramble
grappling match or something like.
It's hard to score scramble positions because you never see them, so you don't know who's really in control in a scramble position. Like the way the first round ended, who's in control right there? I think Yoder was. But really, Granger is because she has her legs over Yoder, so Yoder can't do the submission that she has her locked up in. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was super murky, but like I said, not the fun kind of murky. The Hansen-McKenna was kind of the fun kind of murky. This was kind of like a weak-ass fight, in my opinion. I literally wrote they were him-hawing, so yeah, I'm an old-ass grandpa, as I said.
Him-hawing.
But they were him-hawing, man.
They were.
AKA another word for bullshit. They were not inflicting any damage. It was just, like you said, a battle for position, which position is super important. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, if people aren't punching each other in the face, they're not doing anything. But it just almost seemed like even when somebody got position, it's almost like they didn't think that far ahead. They're like, oh, shit, what now? And, it wasn't – it was position for the sake of position, not position for the sake of, like, a bigger –
doing something with it, yeah.
Like a submission or a finish.
Wait, so how'd you score round 3?
Let me see. I gave round 3 for Yoder. I did.
I did too, but what'd you score it? But you scored it 10-9?
Yeah. I this is what blows my mind.
Every judge scored that 10-8. Every single one.
There was not a 10 round in this fight. Not a one on either side. It was way too close. Like, cause 10-8 implies not even close, like ass whooping central, like dominated. Like, and that's not what you can't describe the round 3 like that. Like that, those words aren't used to describe what I witnessed in round 3 of that fight, in my opinion. How about you?
No. I get that if there had been literally 1.5 more seconds, Granger was going to go to sleep. Yeah. Because she was in that rear naked and, like, literally just, like, you could see her, like, stop fighting and just go, all right, I'm just going to hold it.
Yeah, Granger was saved by the bell. But does that get you some, like, bonus point? Like in my opinion, a 10-8 is, to me, and maybe this is my interpretation, a 10-8 is more about being, like, uber dominant over 5 minutes than it is ending the last 5 seconds like extremely like dangerously. Like I don't know if that makes sense, but to me it's
Yeah,
more of like
no,
a long game and
it's
you
like you
earn a 10
dominated the
eight.
round, not you got close to doing something.
Yes, I that's my interpretation. Like
Like that'd be like if a knockdown constituted an automatic 10-8. Like it doesn't. Just because
no,
you like drop someone and get them like hurt, like you got to finish them.
yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you. Now, so yeah, I did not. I'm glad we agreed there. We did not see a single 10-8 round, or at least in our opinion. But
So I would have scored it 29-28. You would have scored it 30-27, which two judges would have been right there with us, except they gave 10-8 third rounds. Now, the one judge we got to talk about scored this 27-26.
yeah, I saw that, and also another thing that makes this fight confusing to score, which I guess I'm not trying to give the judges a pass, but this is a weird thing that doesn't happen that often. Let me see. Yoder ended up having more total strikes, but Granger had more significant strikes, but the output was significantly less. It was a weird dynamic there that you don't see that often in fights.
So I'm trying to think about how you get to a 27-26, right?
Well, so 26 means that the 10-8, right? For that has to be because both judges had 26s. There was a 30-26 and a 27-26. So they probably arrived at the 26 the same way, which would
But
be
how would you give 27? Because
because
that's 9. So you're scoring them 9-8 each round?
it's literally not enough numbers, right?
Right. Like there's not enough math. Like I almost think Bruce Buffer read it wrong and they should have said 29-26.
29-26.
Like
That
I
would
wonder
have
if he
made
saw
more
a 9 as a 7.
maybe. I mean, he's getting a little older. I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, you're right. That math doesn't work. But
Yeah,
with the
I mean,
fuckery that we saw last night, I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's no telling.
yeah, I'm gonna make it my goal to look up these scorecards for this fight and post them to our Twitter. That way
Okay,
everyone
cool.
can see them because I don't know how the fuck it could be scored that way. I'm
At
interested
Beefy
to see.
Breakdown. At Beefy
Yeah.
Breakdown. Go follow us on Twitter, everybody. But yeah, so once again, another controversial decision. Yoder ends up winning it, which is in line with how I scored it. But if you're
Yeah, me
asking me
too.
how much confidence I had in my scoring, it would be this much. Like I had like
Same.
question marks all over my notes. Like it was kind of a crapshoot guess. So usually if my scorecard aligned with the outcome of the fight, I'd be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I'd be like, yeah, that's how it should have gone. But it's like in this peculiar situation where it's like I agree with you, but I don't even know if I agree with myself. Like I may have fucked this one
Right,
up.
like I don't know if I scored it correctly,
Like
but I think Yoder won, so I agree with the judges. But I don't
yeah,
agree with how they saw it. But I don't know if I saw it right. Like I know exactly what you're saying. Like it's just
yeah,
a confusing fight overall.
exactly. But I think I'm glad it was still for Yoder. Kind of like the means to an end can be kind of like the means can be argued, but I'm pretty sure like Yoder won that fight. Like nobody's mad at Yoder winning that fight. Was she the only underdog
No,
to him
because Corey
or
McKenna won.
Strickland?
Corey
And
McKenna and Strickland.
all right, cool.
The first 3 dogs on this card won.
You're
Oh,
right.
actually,
No, but the
in the
prelims
next
all
one,
went chalk, I think, right? I'm pretty sure.
yeah, prelims were all chalk. Yep, that's right. And then, dude, 4 out of 5 were underdogs to start the card.